In this morning's Show Me the Money, the clock is ticking. The tax deadline is 2 weeks away, but as James Crummell reports, there is still time to get everything done, which is important because many of you will get a larger refund this year.
A lot of people are doing it correct this year with accurate tax returns, information matching. So we've not seen quite the backlog that we experienced last year.
Mark Steber is the Chief Tax Information Officer at Jackson Hewitt. He says things at the IRS are running pretty smoothly this year. Good news if you're getting money back.
So the returns are being processed, refunds are being processed, and we're seeing quite a few in what the IRS normally says, 9 out of 10 taxpayers in 21 days or less. We're certainly experiencing that.
That's great because this year refunds are larger by 22%, thanks to lots of changes in 2021, including a larger child tax credit, larger earned income credit, and larger dependent care credit. But Mark says be careful when filling out your return. One common myth: you can just guesstimate amounts and the IRS will figure it out.
Well, that's not true. The IRS has a lot more data, a lot more computers now. So if your information doesn't match, people are correct in that they'll ultimately get it reconciled eventually. But the IRS is also having staffing challenges as they've had in the past. So it may take a few extra weeks or a few extra months to get your money.
That's why it's best to have everything in order and file electronically.
It's only when you run into problems where you need an IRS person to look at it, or if it automatically gets flagged and triggered because something was left off or something's not quite accurate because you guesstimated.
Let's talk about that dreaded A word, audits. What are some of the scenarios you're seeing this year that could likely trigger one?
Yeah, audits come in a variety of flavors, from a simple IRS letter asking questions all the way to the you need to come down to our office and bring your records.
A home office doesn't trigger an audit, neither do charitable donations.
But if you've got a lot of new dependents on your tax return because those are so lucrative with tax benefits, that might trigger some questions. If you've got a business that continually shows losses, that might warrant some questions. If you've got income but no deductions, so you have an artificially higher income and a higher earned income credit, that might trigger some questions.
Mark says it's important to keep up with benefits like the earned income tax credit because you could be leaving money on the table.
1 out of 5 eligible taxpayers forget or don't take it each year by IRS records. So it's often overlooked. If you don't take it, it's not going to be found by the IRS and automatically sent your way. You leave off a benefit on your tax return, it stays off forever.
The earned income tax credit has been around for decades as an incentive to work. It can be up to $6,700 for low and moderate income taxpayers. As always, check with a professional if you have any questions. With this week's Show Me the Money, James Crummell, ABC 27 News.